Staffordshire Bull Terriers and Pitbulls both are muscular dogs. Both are energetic and look similar, so they're easy to confuse. However, Staffordshire Bull Terrier versus Pitbull has certain major distinctions that make them easier to distinguish. Here are the differences between Staffordshire Bull Terrier and Pitbull. Both Staffordshire Bull Terriers and Pitbulls have a reputation, and it's not always a good one. There are many ways to get this kind of reputation. Both of these dogs are big and strong, and they are known to be aggressive toward other animals. People often mix them up because of how similar they look and how active they both are. When Pitbulls and Staffordshire Bull Terriers are compared, on the other hand, there are a few major differences between them that make it much easier to tell them apart. Because of these differences, you can tell the two kinds of dogs apart. Differences between the American Pit Bull Terrier and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. The idea behind putting terriers and bulldogs together was to make a dog with more speed and strength that would be better for pit fighting. Because of this, the pit bull was born. In fact, the term pit bull is often used in a way that is very vague, and it can mean a wide range of dogs that are used for dog fighting. The American Pit Bull Terrier, the Staffordshire Terrier, and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier are all dogs that belong to this group. Pit bulls have a long history of being used in blood sports like bullfighting, dogfighting, and even the underground business of dogfighting that exists today. Because of this, they have a reputation for being aggressive dogs. As a result, some countries don't allow people to own dogs of this breed at all. The Staffordshire Bull Terrier, which most people just call a Staffy, comes from a Mastiff and a Bulldog. They were originally bred for the bloody sports of dogfighting and bullfighting, which both needed big dogs that weighed between 100 and 120 pounds to compete. Even so, the Terrier was eventually added to the breeding program. This led to the creation of the smaller dogs we now call Staffordshire Bull Terriers. Even though the term pit bull is often used to describe Staffies, there are a few major differences between pit bulls and Staffies. Size. The Staffordshire Bull Terriers is bigger than a pit bull, which is one of the most obvious differences between the two breeds. On the other hand, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier is a very different size. Pit bulls can weigh anywhere from 24 to 80 pounds, which is a big difference from the Staffordshire Bull Terriers, which only weigh about 10 pounds. They can be anywhere between 17 and 20 inches tall, but most of the time they are between 17 and 20 inches tall. The average Staffy is only 13 to 16 inches tall and weighs between 24 and 38 pounds. On average, they are between 13 and 16 inches tall. When it comes to size, the males of both breeds are usually bigger than the females. Build. Even though both breeds have strong muscular bodies, a Pit Bull and a Staffordshire Bull Terrier look a little bit different. A Staffordshire Bull Terrier tends to have longer muzzles than Pit Bulls. A Pit Bull's body is long and thin, but its build is stocky and the length-to-width ratio is right. They also have short, muscular tail that looks like a whip. Staffies are in the middle-sized range even though they are stocky and muscular. They have a very broad chest that is also very muscular. Face. Pit bulls stand out from other dog breeds because they have big ears and faces that are a little bit round. The tip of their nose is just slightly turned up, and their chin is quite far back on their face. There are no lines or other signs of aging on their faces at all. On the other hand, the head of a Staffordshire Bull Terrier is often rounder than the head of a pit bull. Their skull is also very small but quite wide, and the width of their forehead is a great example of this. Their ears are angled like a pit bull's, but not quite as much as a pit bull. Color. Pit bulls can have any color or pattern on their coats. Even within the same breed, one dog can look very different from another, even though they're all pit bulls. On the other hand, Staffordshire Bull Terriers are different in a number of important ways from other types of dogs. Most of the time, their coats are all the same color like black, white, fawn, red, or brindle, but there are a few exceptions. Even so, it's not unusual to see white with any of these other colors. Temperament. Pit bulls are not afraid of anything, but they are also stubborn, and they don't like being around other animals. This is because they have been used in dog fights a lot, which has given them a high drive to hunt and made them more aggressive towards other animals. Dog fighting has been popular for a long time, so this is why. This means that they often see cats, dogs, and other small animals kept as pets as potential prey. As a result, they are more likely to be aggressive towards animals of this type. Despite how they look, Staffordshire Bull Terriers are very loving. They have loud and lively personalities, and even though they like to play a lot, they are always looking for new ways to improve. They tend to be nice to dogs and other animals they know, but they might be wary of dogs they haven't met before. Given the current situation, they might decide to launch an attack if they feel like they are going to be hurt soon. Activity. The American Pitbull Terrier and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier are two dog breeds that are known for being very active. They have a mind that is always looking for new things to learn, a lot of energy that never seems to run out, and they like to stay busy. You and your dog will both benefit from the extra exercise you get from taking a long walk together at a fast pace while both of you are on leashes. On the other hand, the American Pit Bull Terrier has longer legs and could be a great running partner because of this. Given how active they are and how much they like to run and jump, you might both have a lot of fun playing flyball or agility with them. Wallace, a pit bull, has become one of the most well-known dogs of his kind in recent years, earning the title one of the most famous dogs of his kind. Wallace was able to reach his goal of winning the world championship in disc dog because he was much focused, very athletic, and very passionate about the sport. The work of the Wallace the Pitbull Foundation, which was set up in his honor and keeps doing what he did, is a way to remember him. Dock diving is a lot of fun for dogs that like to swim, but not all Staffordshire Bull Terriers or American Pit Bull Terriers are good swimmers, so not all dogs that like to swim will enjoy it. Both species have features that make them perfect for the weight-pulling competitions they take part in. For example, they are both small and have a lot of muscle. Scent work is a sport in that dogs can take part. It is also called tracking and nose work, among other names. This is something that dogs are pretty good at. However, at the end of the day, both of these breeds like nothing more than curling up with their owners, particularly behind the blankets on chilly evenings. They are kind, people-oriented dogs whose drive to work and desire to please makes them unstoppable in anything they do. And the best part is that, at the same time, they make exceptional companions. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching!